Hello everyone and welcome back to Thomas and Friends Home Media Reviews. And right now, we'll be looking at the different releases of Tenders and Turntables on VHS. So, let's not waste any more time and let's jump right into the history of Tenders and Turntables on VHS. So this marks a landmark in this home media reviews series, since we have reached our first tape that never made it past 1994. Tenders and Turntables was originally released back in 1990 by Strand VCI, same with our previous two tapes, and then it was re-released in 1993 by Strand Home Video and Strand VCI, and Time Life in 1994, and that's when its lifespan just stops. This never made it to the era in the late 90s where a lot of George Carlin tapes and two of the Ringo Starr tapes were being reprinted and resold over and over again. No, unfortunately, this tape never made it to that era, and it also never got a corresponding DVD release. Most of the stories will show up on later releases, just not the tape itself. So anyway, let's move in to the close-up of my copy of Tenders and Turntables on VHS. Alright guys, and welcome to the close-up for Tenders and Turntables on VHS. Now, this time around, I only have one copy to show you. It is the 1993 print that was released by Strand VCI and Strand Home Video in later years. So I don't have anything to compare it to except this image of the 1990 version. This is the first time I've ever had to use an image to compare a VHS before. So, let's look at it here. As you can see on the 1990 version, the picture of Thomas is zoomed out significantly, and I find that that's the case with most of these 1993 releases. They have their pictures zoomed in on, which I don't really see the point in doing that. There's the top of your tape. You've got the Britt Allcroft in red, which looks really nice. You've also got the Shining Time Station Sun. It is now white instead of yellow because the tape packaging is yellow. On the side, there's that Thomas that we all know and love. The spine is pretty basic. Strand VCI. There's the back. That's from Percy Runs Away. You've got your Strand VCI Entertainment copyright information up there. You've got your story stops on the bottom and your paragraph about what's on the tape and such. You know, one thing I really don't get about this release is the fact that you have the three main episodes from the Trouble in the Shed arc, as I like to call it. You've got the Henry Special Coal episodes, and then you've got Toby the Tram Engine. But the one thing I don't understand is, why put Thomas Comes to Breakfast on here? I mean, that doesn't make any sense, because you don't get the other episodes from the arc. In fact, those don't show up until significantly down the line, until at least around 1993 to 94, at least. And that, I find, is a bit weird, and is one of the many screw-ups that we'll see in these releases. The kinds of stories that they put on them. You've got the tape. It is, of course, black, and you've got black ink. So this is an original print from Strand Home Video. Now, one error I actually find funny on this is if you look at the packaging, it says Tenders and Turntable and other stories, when really it's actually called Tenders and Turntables. A lot of people overlook that. It's also the same on the spine, Tenders and Turntable. But on the story stops, it's labeled Tenders and Turntables. Like I said, a lot of people overlook that, and I guess their eyes just fill in the S. You've also got another mishap, Toby the Train Engine, it's Toby the Tram Engine. So that's why. You've also got listed down here is the other volumes that are available. There's the other volume numbers. As you can see, you've got Tricked, you've got Lesson, you've got Breaks the Rules, which we will look at in a future episode, and then Better Late Than Never, which we will also look at in a future episode. Remember that this is 1993. All of the Ringo Starr tapes had already been released in the US at this point, and so they would know when the other volumes had already come out. So, that's your close-up look at Tenders and Turntables on VHS, the 1993 version. Let's cut back and we'll answer the 5 main questions. Alright, so we're back from the close-up, and now we will answer the 5 main questions as always. Number 1. Where can you pick this product up? Well, it's a VHS, so just like the last 2, eBay or a local hobby store. Number 2. Is this product still being printed nowadays? No, it is not. Number 3. Should you pick this product up? Yes, you should. This is not as essential as Tricked or Lesson. Number 4. Where should you pick this product up? Again, eBay or a local hobby store. And number 5. What price should you pay? You definitely don't want to go over $10 for this. So, anyways, that'll wrap up our look at Tenders and Turntables on VHS. It's kind of sad because our next 2 episodes will share the same fate as this release. As for our next episode, we will be looking at the releases of Thomas Breaks the Rules on VHS. Thanks for watching, and as always, good night, everybody.